Welcome back. You just discovered the rebel's 4 tactics, and the most powerful one is to tell you lies. The rebel has the most power when it can influence how you see yourself. If you are not aware of it, the rebel can influence you towards critical, fearful, anxious, sabotaging thoughts and feelings about yourself. The rebel within will plant limiting thoughts, which I call the destructive dozen. I hope you've looked at that PDF. For example, it says, you can't do it. And you subconsciously adopt the thought, I can't do it, not realizing that this thought is from the rebel. Let's dive deeper into the lies the rebel may be telling you about who you are. Scientist, teacher, and author A.L. Kitzelman once said the words, I am. They're potent words, and be careful what you hitch them to. Read over the instructions on the worksheet and brainstorm as many answers to the statement, I am, that you can come up with in 3 minutes. You will not be asked to reveal your statement, so do not filter your answers. Just write what comes to mind, good or bad. Press pause when complete and return to this module. Remember, 3 minutes, that's it. Welcome back. I am statements can be empowering or very limiting. The rebel within loves to help you come up with a lot of debilitating statements that keep you stuck. Here are a few examples. I am unattractive. I am unloved. I am not worthy. I am fat. I am kidding myself. I am stupid. You get the idea. When you are negative, you say, I am this or I am that. You aren't just defining yourself, you're limiting yourself. I am can give your world needed structure, but it can also place you in a box. Look back over your list of I am statements. Since you know the power of such statements, it's important to note which statements might be limiting. Put a star next to those statements that are probably originating from your rebel within. If you hold up your list of negative I am statements at arm's distance, you'll notice that your statements actually resemble a brick wall. Now imagine this brick wall surrounds you, that your I am statements have created a solid boundary around you. You can now see why I am is a favorite tactic of your rebel, because when you begin labeling yourself as this or that, you hold yourself back from all kinds of possibilities. Pause for a moment and answer the following debrief questions. When you're ready, come back. Welcome. I'm sure you're now feeling a bit lighter and more in control thus far on the program. You've identified your rebel within, its sneaky tactics, and the lies it makes you believe through your I am statements. Now let's explore a powerful tool to notice when the rebel is trying to influence you and how to stop it in its tracks. When overcoming our rebel within, it's important to remember that what you resist persists, but what you embrace dissolves. We have been taught to think that to get rid of something we don't want, we must fight and resist it and not show weakness. But this type of thinking backfires and doesn't work. If you resist your rebel within, you give it all the power. By resisting something, you actually strengthen it because you become blind to the presence and tactics. It has more power because you're unaware it's there. But when you acknowledge and then respond in a different way to your rebel within, it loses almost all its power. And the best defense against your rebel within is to acknowledge it and to get to know it intimately. By doing so, you will more easily spot its tactics and be able to neutralize it. Next, you will learn a powerful tool you can use when you realize your rebel within is impacting your life. It works like this. Stop and notice when the rebel within is showing up and speaking to you. Spot its presence. Question what the rebel within is telling you and find the lie in what it's saying. When you recognize the lie, sway it away by reframing the situation with a statement of truth. I have some homework for you. It's time for you to begin practicing by thinking about a situation in your life where you listened to your rebel within rather than pursuing something you wanted. If you would like, you can think back to the lost hopes and dreams identified in the introductory activity and apply this tool to that situation. Or think of another more recent example. And when you're ready, answer the debrief questions. Remember, pausing and reflecting is necessary for learning and for growth. And I'll be here waiting for you when you're ready for the next lesson.